Finding out everything you can about people whose land you live on and allying yourself with its rightful owners is vital, the radical thinker Derrick Jensen insists. Nome, or Anvil City as it was initially named, was born when a century died in the throes of two fevers that would alter lifeways. The physical sickness, measles, introduced by the miners also killed a quarter of the region's Inupiat. Most histories of Nome start with the year 1898, as if a vacuum had existed there before. Admittedly, this results in part from a spottiness of the archaeological record for the span before first contact, but it owes more to the prevailing exclusion of native points of view. As the former Nomite and artist Joseph Sanungatuk saw it, the era of non-indigenous occupancy in North America and extrapolated the Johnny-come-latelys' knowledge of local oral traditions equals the first 16 inches of a football field. By contrast, our ecological footprint on the land and our arrogance in managing it match the leftover 99 yards plus change. Put differently, if this book were Alaska's whole human story, colonist history would amount to less than roughly 5.5 pages. That is linear thinking, though, foreign to cyclical minds. Ultimately, from an Amerindian perspective, anybody who came here after 1492 and stayed, or who is descended from those who stayed, qualifies as an uninvited immigrant. 200 Cowaramayut, people of Cowarack, Inupiat, had already claimed the sweep of hills, tundra, and beaches at the bottom edge of the peninsula shaped like an arrowhead aiming west, at Chukotka. Predating first contact with Russian explorers, families of the Thule culture in the 16th century had inhabited houses they half sunk into the earth near present-day Nome's modest harbor. Proof of year-round residence comes in the form of spear points, harpoon heads, fishing gear, a pottery cup, ulu knives, sled pieces, and an incised slender figurine mixed with seal, whale, and caribou bones that this site on the Snake River sandspit yielded. A row of 13 limestone hollows riddles a bluff at the top of the Seward Peninsula at Trail Creek. 2 of these contain more than 300 stone tools and charcoal, plus 25,000 bone shards, mostly of caribou, along with horse and bison, some 9,000 years old. DNA from the tooth of a toddler resting in one of those jagged squeezes marked her as an ancient Beringian. Hers are the oldest human remains from the Arctic found to date. Putting data points to Sanungatuk's metaphorical assertion, archaeologists think that these bear holes in which 2 Inupiat from Deering who escaped a blizzard in 1928 found arrowheads served hunters as short-term shelters, meat lockers, or caribou lookouts off and on from 10,000 years ago to 1760 CE. According to a bush pilot, the 2 storm-hounded native miners first tossed dynamite into the cave, flushing not 1 bear, but 3 bears from it. Farther inland and to the east of the half-isle, a scatter of 267 obsidian and chert tools outlined an ancient campsite in the 26 pleated square miles of the Nogahabara dunes. The archaeologists who studied Nogahabara's projectile points were impressed with the near-mint condition and craftsmanship of some. Other points were broken or had been worked to various degrees.